Hey, welcome back to the channel, TSM here. So here we go, it's the Tier 13 Skirmish Hull, the Pathfinder. We've had the VXP target and I've got a bit of a fleet idea, so I thought I'd pass it along with you. Let's have a look. So here we have the new Pathfinder All Damage Hull. It's got the 3 new specials on it, it's got 2 of the previous specials on it, but I've also got a speed up special as why, because I got a funny thing, we're doing a lot of drive-by shooting based on the evidence from the VXP target. Combat speed for this is 125. There is a crew, you can get up another 10% should you wish to use it. I've gone for obviously 3 concussive armors and 1 explosive armor. Next one then is the Gale hull. You'll notice that I'm using the special from the previous target sets. This one here is pretty decent, but it's also got concussive reload as well. And I've used projectile speed boost as well. Okay, then just to get the projectile speed of the Gales up and running. That seems about the right number of Gales to take down everything from the Ronin, which is around the boss hull, the lurker. Third one then is the Cormorant hull. I've used the Cormorant special. Everything else is the same as the Gale hull. Combat speed is the same. The going back again quickly, the flagship when it comes out will be built exactly the same as this, and the 4th standard ship will also be built the same. So 3 damaged ships, 1 with Cormorants and 1 with Gale 4s. So those are the hulls. Here's the target then. This is a part of the target. It is a little bit bigger than this. There's another set down the bottom, but it just repeats itself. You can see then there's an awful lot of explosive in it, basically based off the key here, look. And the explosive either has a large amount of splash or a medium amount of splash. Concussive, there is no splash at all. Now, whilst there is quite a bit of explosive, you can actually avoid most of it. The rounds with the lurkers, obviously, that is very short range, and you shouldn't need to run into that. The Ronins, okay, then you shouldn't need to take any damage from those if you've got the right amount of Gales on, because you can shoot them all down. However, the hulls that are really the ones that concern me, to be honest, is Subjugator here, okay, because that is a rocket hull and it does explosive damage. So try and get that splashed out as best you can by obviously hitting these ones first, which if you do get those zealots down, you can obviously splash out this one, but give it a go anyway. I'll show you in a second. And then the other one as well, which is slightly frustrating. The boss hull's not too bad, whilst that has explosive to get inside that ring. If you stay around this sort of area here, the inner ring, which is concussive, doesn't actually light up until you get too close, and then basically you can kill it off from a distance, which is quite nice. The other one that is slightly frustrating is the Ronin guard. It's this one here. It seems to take that an awful long time to take it down, and it's concussive and it's goddamn annoying. I'd say that was the worst ship, to be honest, in the whole target, personally. Right, let's take a look in the target anyway, and I'll show you what I've discovered. Bear in mind, I've only got 3 good ships. One is partly built, but there's not very much on it. But I have done the Gale hull and I have done the Cormorant hull. So at least we've got anti-torp and we've got anti-explosive. Let's have a look. So around the sea, there's the fleet, okay, and it's the number 50 target for VXP for this one. You start up in the top right-hand corner every single time. And as soon as you start moving, a set of the zealots, 2 zealots and a subjugator start coming towards you. And you'll see in a second. I happen to have at the moment, because this is all ranked up, I've got a crew on at the moment. Well, you can see it here. Here it comes then. Try and just come down as fast as you can and kill that damn thing off. It's the thing that does all the damage. Now once you've done that, if I zoom in, look, you'll notice then that I can take all the torps down, and that is it. Now, we'll come down and show you these Ronins, all right? I do have quite a lot of Gales on, but the good thing is, if I stop there, I'm not taking any damage whatsoever. I'm taking them all down, which is nice. So you can shoot at them one at a time, one hull at a time, and just take them down. Don't try and take two out. I would just take the one. Didn't quite get that one down, but not far off. I wouldn't chase over this direction because you'll set those off if you're not careful. The mines, they don't do any damage, by the way. The only ones that do are these ones here and explosive, so just keep out of the way of those there. I'll trip these holes and get them coming towards me. We can get them out of the way over here at the top, look. So you'll notice then, if I'm going to turn back in a second, I'm going to spin around in a circle, take out the zealot, and hopefully splash out the subjugator as well. Or part of it at least. There it goes, it's dead now. So watch this zealot, then you should notice then that none of the torpedoes are getting through. So that's done. Like I said before, I don't have all the ships built, so I would be doing better, as in killing the ships quicker, but I'm not able to do that. So nothing there seemed to get through, which is quite nice. Pull this one over here. It seems to go left and right, but the more you move to the left or to the right, it seems to follow you most of the way. Try and get out the way of these mines, though. Don't get encouraged to get into there. This is where you're going to take some damage. These things fire the projectiles, the explosive projectiles, super fast. So as it's coming towards you, try and get in as fast as you can, and then stay quite far out, like so. And then if you stay at a decent range, you don't expose the inner ring. There it is there, look. Oh, and I took some damage there, unfortunately. So at least you can see it anyway. But it died quite quickly. Up to the lurkers then. That's on a fixed path, so it's not too bad. The lurkers have got a really short range, so you shouldn't take any damage. Nearly down already. Let it do its thing. In a minute we'll do some drive-by shooting and try and take that down. At least you can predict its route. Keep away because it's got quite a range. Bear in mind we're only at 80. This thing is quite strong, unfortunately. And it has a lot of splash. So you'll notice I'm going to take quite a bit of damage to this thing. It's slightly frustrating. But I think once I get the flagship up and I get the other hull up as well, it would have been died by now. So don't chase it. Not a good idea. Let it come to you. Fight as best you can. We have one more set of the triples, the zealots, the subjugator. We'll pull that up. And it's the Ronin and the two lurkers when we're finished. So I'm trying to use, obviously, the depth charge red rings that are on the surface of the sea there to try and splash out the subjugator. That's the idea, and that's worked. And then take down the rest of the zealot, which doesn't really move. You can dance around it, look. That's done. And bear in mind that when we're in raid, this will be half damage. So 2 extra ships and half damage should make quite a difference. So even though I've got a lot of countermeasures on, I don't think we're too bad for fire power. I think we're okay, to be honest. You may find that a couple of less countermeasures, particularly Gales, you might get away with, but I didn't want to take the risk personally. You can see why I'm thinking that a fast ship's important, because there's a lot of drive-by shooting to do, and there's certainly a lot of damage that we're taking because there's a lot of dumbfire with splash. So I'm just trying to drive past it as best I can. Here we go, that's the target complete. So yes, more damage than needed because I've got to do more drive-bys because I don't have a full fleet. You can see now the damage is pretty even. That's my point. That's why I've gone 3 concussive armor and 1 explosive armor. Couple of hours probably damage at the moment. Okay, 1 hour 36. You know, that'll be about 45 minutes, and I reckon you can probably knock about another, yeah, probably about another 15 minutes off of that if I had more holes, so I wouldn't have to do so much drive-by. So that seems about normal. If you can get it under half an hour in the raid, then that'll be fine. I think we'll probably be around that. So yeah, hope that helps. Any questions? Put them in the comments below as ever, and I will come back to you. TSM out.